So I have been following the the candidates really closely as a history teacher, as an American history teacher, but also as a apologetics teacher at a Christian school and having taught world religions and worldviews. And there comes a moment as you get older that wherever you go, whether it's to watch a movie, whether it's listening to a song or reading a novel, you start identifying ideologies and worldviews. They kind of jump out at you because you know uh, which one, which worldview is being espoused by the author or the politician, the movie producer, and so on and so forth. Well, what I'm hearing is very scary because the the conservative journalists, right, and even some Republicans are dismissing it as a word salad. Kamala is kind of like, not too smart. She doesn't make sense when she speaks. And I beg to differ. She knows exactly what she's saying. The things that she keeps repeating all the time, the same phrases over and over again, are clearly Marxist buzzwords. The most important one, the phrase that she repeated constantly as soon as she got chosen to be the Democrat nominee, and even before it's her signature phrase, right? What can be unburdened by what has been. That's not a word salad. That's a Marxist ideology. It's that dream of a utopian world, but rejecting the burden of history and of tradition and of our foundation. That's how every communist takes over. They eliminate that country's history, starting with the Constitution, right? Looking for a utopian world unburdened by what has been, right? Let's not be connected to who we are as a nation. Let's turn our backs on our founding, the principles and the ideas of our founding fathers that dream of a republic. And let's just dream of a utopian world here on earth. That's a very scary phrase, right? To say that your history, instead of history makes you who you are, right? History is a burden. And that's why in public schools here in the United States, they don't teach history anymore, right? It may be there on paper, but history class is just conversation, indoctrination of the different ideologies of the teacher. There's two other phrases. The other phrases she's been repeating again lately is the children of the community are the children of the community. And people look at that and they're like, what is she saying? She sounds really dumb. No, she's not dumb. She's a very intelligent Marxist. And again, that is a Marxist buzz phrase or buzzwords. The children, listen to me, the children of the community are the children of the community. In other words, they don't belong to God. They don't belong to their parents. They belong to the community, the common, to the society, to the government and to the society. Children don't belong to God nor the parents, according to Marxism. The government knows how to raise your children better, or the community as a whole knows how to raise children better because they know what benefits the community, right? That's where we get communism, okay? It's not about individual success. It's about, thinking as a community, not in the positive sense of, being a team player. That's not what we're talking about here. But, it's the same idea that failed at Jamestown with the common storehouse, where everybody worked as much as they could, and they put all the food in the storehouse. And it didn't matter who worked more or who worked less. Everybody got to take as much food as they wanted. And eventually people started getting upset, saying, "Hey, I've been working more than this guy. Why does this guy take the same amount of food from the storehouse?" Right? So believe it or not, that's the first attempt at communism in the United States, and it failed. Thirdly, but when it comes to children, there's something that bothers me when they come after the children. And I think many nations, even some nations that aren't necessarily right-leaning, have been awakened to this idea that, don't touch our children, don't mess with our children. Children, there's a sense that they're off limits, but not in this progressive American culture that is clashing with traditional family values. And thirdly, her explanation of her economic plan, right? She says, my idea is that of building an opportunity economy. And obviously the journalists and kind of hear that and like, what's she saying? She's not explaining anything. Oh, she's saying a lot. Opportunity economy. It sounds very nice, right? Everybody wants people to have this equal opportunity, right? But that's not what, that's a Marxist buzzword, right? That people are where they are at because they're victims. Everyone's just a victim. But if we put everybody at the same level, they will all be able to enjoy the same exact benefits. They'll have the same opportunity in that sense. So opportunity is granted rather than earned or looked for, right? And again, government playing God. Which is the ideology of Marxism. That's why Marxism starts with secularizing society, because they don't want people depending on God, looking to God for provision. They want only people to turn to the government to be their God. But anyways, I hope this has been a little bit enlightening. Whether you agree or disagree with me, it's not an accident that everything that she's saying and repeating redundantly, that people are saying, "Oh, she's so dumb." She just speaks word salads. She's not. She's a real, well-trained, educated Marxist, and that makes it even more scary.